Thank you so much, Mr. Ranjan. It's
My
been
pleasure.
a pleasure. Today, being a National Science Day, we thought it's all the more important to talk to you and find out. 21st BioAsia, in fact, is now coming to an end, and it's being rather a very successful event.
Yes.
What do you think are the takeaway from a Hyderabad point of view in terms of cutting-edge technology in life science and healthcare?
Yes. So, three important takeaways for us. See, one is that much of the life sciences work today is driven by technology, digital technology that is. In fact, many companies which used to do important work in labs, physical labs like drug discovery, etc., are migrating all that work to computers now. Very few of them still rely on old-fashioned labs, etc. They do drug discovery and they do all their bioinformatics, biostatistics, management of their clinical trials, etc., all using technology, using data, using science, etc. So that is one trend which is becoming very strong, and Hyderabad has one very specific advantage which very few cities across the world has, which is that it is a very important melting pot of both digital technology as well as biotechnology.
Absolutely.
So as we say popularly, this is a place where life sciences meets data sciences. So many companies also are recognizing that because of the attractiveness of Hyderabad as a destination, they can start doing their digital drug discovery, bioinformatics, etc. here. So one opportunity through events like BioAsia is to showcase that strength and attractiveness of Hyderabad. The other very important thing is, as everyone knows, we have a new government here in Telangana, and the new government also is very keen to support the industry, the sector, but in a very strategic way. And one of the things which they have asked us, the new leadership, the new chief minister, the new minister for information technology industries, one of the things which they have asked us to tell is to identify the new generation of life sciences, where some progress, some advancement has been made in the West, but there is no Indian city which can claim today that everything is under control, we are the leaders. So for example, cell and gene therapy is one very good example. So that is one area. The world is moving in that direction. Lots of focus today is on personalized medicine, what is called customized medicine.
Right.
Similarly, lots of emphasis is of a technology which is called digital twin.
Absolutely.
So these are some of the new areas, new generation therapeutics, biosimilars, statistics, etc., where no Indian city today has any kind of prime advantage. So new government has told us that we should also make an attempt to write or to prepare the outlines of a new policy which will focus on the new generation, the next generation of life sciences and biotechnology. The third important takeaway is that while the poster boys of the biotechnology, life sciences world are the big companies, but the reality is that there are a large number of mid-scale and small companies who are also doing some very important cutting-edge work. There are startups, young entrepreneurs. So while we welcome the Pfizers and the Mercks and the Bharat Biotech and the Dr. Reddy's, I mean all the big ones, the state should also be welcoming and supportive of mid-scale companies and startups, and provide required kind of infrastructure, assistance in doing their research, lower the barriers which these companies typically face. So these are three takeaways, and we'll be working very earnestly and sincerely on all these 3 points in coming weeks and months to come.
So, talking of, you just spoke about startups. The ecosystem of Bangalore vis-a-vis Hyderabad is much better in terms of startup. What's the current government's plan? How do you want to try to equate with them or try to go one up?
So the ecosystem of Bangalore is obviously bigger. There's no doubt about it. But many things which have happened in Hyderabad in the last decade are exemplary. I mean, no other state can even think of some of the things that we have done. For example, we have built amazing innovation spaces like the T-Hub, T-Works, V-Hub. We have created programs which take care of the requirements of startups at different stages. We have a policy to encourage startups and entrepreneurs, in which Government can procure their solution bilaterally if it is of relevance to the government. We also provide lots of market access through government intervention. So many of the things which no other government is even thinking of is happening in Telangana, and therefore the difference of size in the ecosystem of Bangalore and the ecosystem of Telangana, that is narrowing down rapidly.
Super.
Bangalore has an early start advantage, so
Agree.
they will obviously be bigger.
Right.
But if you look at the progress that we have made in the last 10 years, where we were in 2014 and where we are in 2024, not just the number of startups, etc., but what are they doing, what kind of impact they have created, what kind of valuation they have received, what kind of funding they have received. I mean, we have far exceeded anyone's expectations, is what I'll say.
Brilliant. So I've just gone through that Web 3.0 regulatory.
Yes.
You want to say anything about that? That seems to be a very success story of Telangana.
See, again, that shows very proactive and original thinking on part of the government. So we got this idea that Web 3.0 is a very important technology, very fascinating technology. But just because of its association with cryptocurrency, the regulators in this country are not very supportive of Web 3.0 as a whole. And we also came to know that many promising startups, entrepreneurs, innovators of India are moving away to Singapore and to Dubai, and they are starting their activities and their companies there.
Okay.
So we have decided to do something very serious about it, and the first attempt is to create this regulatory sandbox, just to understand that what is it that they do which possibly can be objected to or can be not facilitated by a regulator, and how can the regulator itself be a part of this sandbox, so that the startup and the regulator can at every stage understand what is going on and find some solution to what is happening, if it is in the interest of the people and society here.
Agreed. So, digressing slightly from science, since you've taken over IT, the exports of IT has gone up tremendously. How do you attribute that to?
I mean, there are many reasons. So, first of all, we have provided good talent to the industry, because talent is the biggest driver, and the industry in Hyderabad today competes globally. It is not just a competition between Hyderabad and Bangalore or Hyderabad and Gurgaon. The Hyderabad talent is competing with the talent, the best possible talent across the world. So obviously, if you have to do well, if that sector has to do well, human resources matter quite a lot. So we have very direct programs to improve the quality of the human resources. We have an institution which is dedicated on improving the skill sets of students when they are coming out of their courses. That institution is called TASK. Then we have, of course, provided good quality infrastructure, our IT parks, our social infrastructure, the residential opportunities. They are amongst the best. They are affordable. They are also accessible to different income brackets within the technology community. Government also has proactive policies of supporting this sector. Innovation is happening here that I spoke about a while ago. So a combination of all that has made Hyderabad become a very attractive center where more and more companies come. And when more companies are coming, more number of people are working, obviously the value of software which is developed goes up, and it doesn't surprise me that the trend right from 2014 till now is always on the rise.
So next big buzz is AI.
Yes.
And what is the government of Telangana going of AI, and how is it jumping on the bandwagon?
So our work in AI, I would say, is far meaningful than many other states in the country. We were the first ones to start structured AI programs. In fact, the year of 2020 was celebrated in Telangana as the year of AI.
Oh.
And even though 2020 was a difficult year, it had COVID and lockdowns and all the challenges. Despite all the problems, 80% of what we had planned to achieve was achieved, and of course that was just the beginning. Thereafter, in the subsequent 3 years also, we have done lots of AI work. The present government is again very bullish about AI. In fact, the current government has just completed about 2 months, 2.5 months, I would say. But even in this short period of time, our Chief Minister, our Minister for IT, on numerous occasions have told us that we should be focused on AI. And one of the directives that we have received is to create a separate dedicated AI city where space will be provided to large companies, mid-scale companies to do their R&D work, to do product development, to run their solutions. And in July, on 1st and 2nd to be precise, exactly at this same venue, the HICC, where we are having BioAsia, we will be organizing the Global AI Summit.
Very good.
So that will also bring lots of attention to the city of Hyderabad.
Oh, fantastic. Okay. The Chief Minister just announced Genome Valley, like 300 acres of pharma city. Okay. And Hyderabad is already a big player in API and formulation when it comes to drug discovery. And what's the infrastructure plan for pharmaceutical?
See, Genome Valley is a dedicated industrial park for biotechnology, R&D and production.
Correct.
So this is in existence for almost 2 decades now.
Absolutely.
And by and large it is saturated. There is no space, very little space which is available. So, but the demand still continues. Hyderabad remains a very attractive location for biotechnology. Many global companies want to come here. And of late we were realizing that there is no space at all to accommodate additional demand. And therefore Chief Minister took a decision. He permitted us to acquire 300 acres of land extra which is available to expand Genome Valley and accommodate some number of companies, maybe 50 to 70 companies more who are showing interest in establishing there. So that is the newest expansion of Genome Valley with the Chief Minister announced. But that facility is available only for biotech companies.
Mr. Ranjan, I was just going through your background, and you being a well-read man, you've done your education from Delhi University, and then you went on to go IIM, Calcutta, and then Singapore, Harvard and all. What is the attribute which you think is helping you continue with such a high spirit? And
see, one fundamental management principle that I follow is to get a good team organized around me. That is a very important principle of leadership. See, no leader, however gifted he is, however energetic he is, will be able to handle all responsibilities by himself.
I agree.
So it is very, very important that you create a good team around you, attract good people to work for you, to work with you rather, and also motivate and encourage them. Because people today, money is one part, but they also want recognition, they want respect, they want autonomy, they want a congenial work environment. So I feel very fortunate that I've been able to get the support of a good team. So most of the things which we claim today that we have achieved, there's a big team behind which does all that work. And of course, I'm there along with them, but it's not a one-man kind of a thing.
Today being a National Science Day, you have any advice to a young scientist, budding scientist of India for the future?
See, in my opinion, science is a combination of 3 things. One is curiosity. You should always have a mind which keeps raising questions. Second is common sense. Most of the times you may not know what is the principle of physics or what is the principle of science which is behind something. But you can figure it out if you have that intuitive common sense. The third very important thing is that science has to be tempered in the service of society. I mean, whatever knowledge, whatever skills, abilities, you may become a great coder. But at some point in time, you have to look back and think, is it doing good to society? Is it good doing to people? So these are the 3 important factors which I believe should be the message which young people should get on this National Science Day.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ranjan. It's been a pleasure talking. Thank you very much.